Welcome back. Welcome back. It's been about a month now since I've been skating the Omni V2s. Yes. And yeah, let's go over basically my final thoughts. I originally have been skating these flat with icon frames, and I've skated a little bit of street. As of late, I have switched over to the Balance 2 frame and been skating anti-rocker actually, just because I've gotten some wheels to test out, the daily Rollin aluminium core wheels, and I thought I'd give them a try anti-rocker. I thought I'd go with this setup as well, just to test out that anti-rocker setup that the other team boot is set up, how they come. Also, because lately I've been skating a lot more skate park due to being in different cities for skate comps, where ledges and rails I'm not familiar with, as well as I'm not familiar with the local culture, whether it's just fine to rock up and start waxing stuff. I don't want to be that guy. I don't know how they treat rollerbladers as it is, so I thought it'd be easier to skate ledges and stuff, just anti-rocker. Right off the bat, let's go with the boot. I definitely am digging the new plastic that they're using. Definitely a lot more malleable, feels a lot more comfortable on my feet, and yeah, that's good. General consensus is people love it. It's a lot more comfortable, so that's a good thing. Personally, it might be a little bit too soft, but that's just for me. A little bit more harder, making a little bit, tiny bit more rigid wouldn't hurt, I don't think. But all in all, I'm like, it's not enough to make me stop skating the boot. Cuffs are good, nice and flexy, to the point where how tight I do it. This is the tightest I've ever skated any cuff, basically, for any skate. So that just shows you how flexible they are, or just how soft the plastic is. Like I said before, just a tiny bit more rigid wouldn't hurt, but it's just my opinion. Now, I do love everything about this boot. I love the sole plates. If you see my other boot videos, I put them on other skates because I love them that much. I'd say the only problem I really have is the forward flex on the skate, which, that was a terrible example because I've actually put something in there to help that flex. Let's geek out. Let's geek out. Now, because the forward flex was too much for me, I was trying to devise up some sort of little hoo-dicky-dacky, I don't know, little something to chuck in there to give me a little bit more resistance in that forward flex. In doing so, I started geeking out on other boots and blah 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 and design. So let me explain. The plastic that I've used for this boot, it's actually changed this little component at the back, which stops that cuff, which helps, stop that forward flex, and which is actually these little bits here in a boot is what helps that flex, that front flex, or stops it. Because of how soft this is, it's made this whole part soft as well. Now in the V1s, this is such a harder boot, you know, the plastic is so much more rigid, making these little two bits here at the back very rigid as well, very hard to bend. So like you can see here, that's not really bending at all. Now with the V2s, because the plastic is so much softer, that front flex is a lot more easier because it doesn't stop it as much. So I started geeking out, I guess, on maybe what they could do with the V3 or whatever, what I could add in there to change that flex to make it a little bit more rigid. I started looking at other skates. You know, you got the Vems, which these two back prongs are actually longer. Now, when you push it forward, you can see those two prongs coming in and meeting up. And once it meets up, it stops it from going any further. So with the V2s, if these were longer, would that help? Made me think as well, what if the prongs here at the back were wider? Would that do anything? Making them thicker? Any of that kind of stuff. But in the end, you'd have to do so much testing, man, to really know. You know, 3D printing would only do so much. You'd actually have to get the whole, well, that boot made with the same plastics. And like, how many variations do you want to go through for testing? How much would that cost you? That's crazy. So I really don't know in the end. I mean, like, and then you look at, say, something like a Solomon boot, where it's riveted in, but what was different was this is the flex point here, in that cuff bolt area. And if you look at the back here, these two prongs are actually a lot closer together. So if you flex it forward, it'd meet up sooner. So would that help with the Omnis, with the next edition? But then how long do you make those prongs? And how soon do you make them meet up? And would that change it entirely to the point where it's not enough flex? Or it flexes but then stops too early? I don't know. Because it's subjective with everyone, right? Everyone skates differently, everyone likes different things or how things feel. That's the whole point of customization. Yeah, so in the end, like, does this help with anything? To be honest, I don't know. No, probably not. No, I don't know. So in the end, I tried to come up with something to help with that flex. And I tried gluing things to other bits of plastic and trying to insert it in, especially to, I guess, with that prong theory, when they meet up, nothing would work, no glue. I don't know. So in the end, I ended up just chucking bits of plastic down there. Plastic, what kind of plastic? From ice cream container lid. And I tested that out, so I just cut, and you can see there, just cut out a strip and whacked it in the back here. You'll see that bit there, just in between. So if you have a look at the back, you can actually see a little bit of it. Now that definitely helped. It added a little bit more restrictiveness, but only a little bit more. So it was good enough, but I thought, let's try something else. I ended up using a gift card. You know, it's kind of like your credit card. Gift card, you know, everyone's bought gift cards for someone or received them. So I ended up cutting that in half, long ways, landscape ways, and whacking that in. It's definitely has helped with that flex, why do I not want to have so much forward flex? For me, it's usually when I land. I feel like I need something to help me just land more solid. Something with a bit more restriction. Otherwise I feel like I'm falling forward, especially if I land fakie, falling forward too easily. So yeah, that is a quick and temporary fix. Now I won't give you heaps of restraint, but it's just enough. Give it a try. If not, if you don't have a gift card kind of thing, maybe try using an old credit card or something of that material, because I think that's the next thing I'll try, because this looks like it's getting cut up. So yeah, give that a whack. See if that helps. If you have that problem where there's too much forward flex. Very quick fix. I don't normally skate anti-rocker, and I thought I'd give it a go, especially with the Balance 2 frame. It's pretty much the same as the standard stock frame. Just because I've never actually skated this frame anti-rocker, I've always skated it flat. So I thought I'd give it a go, just for shits and giggles. As well as I thought it'd be a good way to test out these daily rolling aluminium core wheels. As they are, what, a 60mm 90A. Thought it'd be a good way to test them out at the new skate park that we have here, or any new skate park where it's quite slippery. Basically testing out how they grip. Now if they grip well, anti-rocker, then that's a good wheel, you know what I mean? Now I usually don't skate aluminium core wheels. One, because I just find them a little bit rough on my back when I land. Especially if I try doing any kind of gap or anything, or a drop. I don't do big drops or gaps, but still, you know, it's enough to hurt my knees and my back, and I want comfort. But I must say, I have actually been really enjoying this setup. Really enjoying it, to the point where I'm thinking of just skating anti-rocker for a while, which is rare for me. But in saying that, I haven't skated this kind of setup on street, so I don't know yet. I'm in two minds. I love flat and I love anti-rocker at the moment. So it really depends, especially street or anything. Depends on what you're skating. If you're skating a rail, then it doesn't matter. But then if you're skating ledge, depending on the type of ledge, anti-rocker is always going to be more fun and easier. Yeah, I don't know, first world problems, man, you know what I mean? First world problems. Back to the wheels, the setup, digging it, having fun, like I said, to the point where I'm thinking of even staying with the anti-rocker. I really have enjoyed skating these wheels, and I'm going to continue skating them for a while, I'd say. Well, or just at least have them set up on this frame. Because this frame paired with this sole plate, this setup, this is sick, man. Just the balance point, how the grooves work together. Yeah, I've been thoroughly enjoying it. Like, I'm quite happy to carry on skating with this, which is awesome. Yeah, it's just that forward flex, man. But like I said, you know, I can make a quick fix. It seems to do the trick. So it's a very temporary fix, but it works. Yeah, if you got any questions, give me a yell. Yeah, that's about it. Thanks for hanging out. And yeah, until next time, stay rad.